All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. 9,303 miles 1 year later with the Tesla Model 3 standard range. Now, as you can see here, as I start here, it does have the latest version of the software from Tesla. My 24 Model Y just got it recently, but this car has had it for probably a couple of months now. This is a 2023 Model 3 standard range rear wheel drive. It is multi-coat red, as you can see. And it is nice and beautiful. So pardon the wind, but this car has definitely taken some trips. We have put this car through the paces. Multi-coat red, 2023 standard range rear wheel drive Model 3 with 9,300 miles in 1 year. So how's this car been? I'm going to tell you all the things that have been replaced on this car. So at some point, maybe about 6 months in, this headlight went out and it started to just flicker, and really it wasn't even the entire headlight, it was just this portion right here, the DRL. So Tesla replaced that light, and that light, these lights cost $1,900 a piece. Obviously, we didn't pay that, but that's been replaced. $1,900 for one light. So that's all the more reason why you probably should consider getting the extended warranty plan, because it only costs $1,800 for this car. So something else that's been replaced. When we were in the midst of taking the car in for service for the other item I'm going to be talking about, this seal right here, Tesla scratched it or something like that. We didn't even notice it, but they noticed it, and they said, hey, we owe you a seal. We'll come to your house. We'll put it on. And we were like, okay, sure. I looked at the invoice for that seal, and I think it was close to $500 for that door seal. I couldn't believe it. That was replaced probably at about 2 months or so, maybe. Now, at that 2-month mark, we took it in for this right here. This was misaligned, this trunk area right here. We noticed a big gap on this side, and then we didn't notice the big gap on this side. So Tesla actually kept the car for 24 hours. They ended up, folks, believe it or not, they couldn't get it situated the way they wanted, so they ended up replacing this entire top glass right here, which cost $1,000. I couldn't believe it. And they gave us a new trunk as well. They just said, we're just gonna go ahead and give you all this new, and it's gonna, I think it came to maybe $2,000 or something like that. I'm not really sure. But so far, if you're calculating, that's like $5,000 worth of stuff, which is just nuts. So this car has gotten a, the caps have been changed twice. Like these are aftermarket caps. These actually came off of my blue Model 3. If you remember, I did a video on that. These came off of my blue Model 3. So once I sold my Model 3, I started stripping things off and putting them on this car, which was obviously the smart thing to do, my blue one. So this car is still pretty much just factory. I haven't done anything to it, but added things internally and then added these caps. The reason I added these caps is because this car, we were coming from somewhere, and we hit a really big curve, and it really messed up the other factory caps. So when I sold my Model 3, I just pulled these out, and then boom, we have some new caps on there. The rim is actually a little damaged on this side of the car too, for both front and rear. But with the caps, you can't tell. But if you look here again already, these caps are damaged because for some reason she was driving and she hit another curve. I was like, oh my gosh. But thank goodness the black caps look better than the silver caps. They don't show as much. Now, if you could look here, there's like some paint right here where someone hit her car right there, or hit this car right there, and they kind of opened their car door or something like that, and it smashed it up or scratched it up. It wasn't bad. But other than that, folks, and there's probably more that was replaced that I can think of. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember everything, but we definitely have had this car into service more than once. And I was kind of surprised. Oh, the alignment. We took it in for an alignment as well. At the time that we bought this car, cars coming out of Texas that were built in the Texas Gigafactory last year in 2023, they were having alignment issues. And when we took it there, they said, yeah, a lot of the cars that are coming out of this Gigafactory right now are having alignment issues on the Model 3 version. So when I got to service, it was a lot of Model 3s. They were getting alignments. They did that in about an hour. They gave us a Tesla Plaid or something like that to drive, trying to get us to upsell, but we didn't at the time. So even my blue one went in for service. So we have been faithfully driving this car everywhere. We have driven this car a lot of places. And the best thing about owning an EV is the charging, man. I mean, not just Teslas, just the charging. I upgraded the house to level 2, and we plugged this car, has what's called an LFP battery, which means I can charge it to 100% really anytime I want to, but Tesla recommends you do it once a week. So this car actually gets charged to 100% every week because this is a daily commuter. She drives this to work regularly, and I drive it on the weekends predominantly when I want to get in a Model 3. Now, keep in mind, I did order the 2024 Performance Model 3, and I'll put those side by side because we're not getting rid of this car. I don't think she wants to get rid of this at all, and I don't really want to get rid of it either. And I'll talk about the reason why. We're not stuck, but we've decided it's just not worth getting rid of this car, and you already know where I'm going with that. But yeah, my 24 Model 3 at the recording of this video, my performance one is not here yet. But this car, we got these cars, we bought 2 of them for $38,000 a piece, and that is what the 2024 models cost at the moment. So this car still rides like new, almost, if I'm being honest, almost. The driver's side has like a ticking noise or some kind of clicking noise when I turn. It's probably just a CV or something dealing with the axle. So it wasn't severe enough for me because the car is under warranty. It's only got 9,300 miles on it, and the warranty is 50,000 miles or 4 years. So we're right on course with about just under 10,000 a year if we continue to drive this car the way we've been driving it. So I would say I'll take it in for that at some point or another, but for now, it's not that severe to where I'm annoyed with it. Yeah, not yet. So 9,300 miles of continuous highway driving, trips everywhere. This thing has done very well. Being able to just plug up at home, because we do have the LFP battery inside of this thing, we can plug up at home. It gets plugged up once a week to 100. And we don't really have to charge it every week because her commute is only like 20 miles or something like that, 30 miles, but it also gets driven outside of that time frame. Like she'll run across town somewhere, or she'll drive down south or something to South Austin or something. She'll just do something and she'll kick out a little bit of battery. But overall, this car gets charged once per week to 100%, and it is phenomenal. Now, fuel savings, gas costs. How much have I spent and how much have I saved versus riding in a gas vehicle, driving this vehicle for a year? And how much have we paid for charging at home? So charging at home, folks, depends on way too many factors. Once again, depending on where you live, I'll go ahead and tell you my kilowatts that I pay per cents, because everybody has their own deal. Like when you're buying a house, if you own a house and you're charging at home, whatever your bill, your monthly bill is for the kilowatts that you're paying for, that you agreed on. It didn't used to be like that back in the day, but now it is. My per cents, mine is 9 cents per kilowatt all in for my home. Now, current day, if you look at what people are paying, they are paying a ton of money for their electricity bill. I added on solar, and typically my solar bill, or my house and everything, like having solar on the house, my electricity bill is about, on a good day, it's like $25 for the month. But then Encore charges $25 for delivery. So it looks like my bill is $50. But in the hotter months, I'm using more kilowatts. Sorry, take my glasses off. In the hotter months, I'm using more kilowatts. Sorry for the wind too, folks. In the hotter months, I'm using more kilowatts. And so my bills are now about, and my home is 3,200 square feet. It's a big house. And I have solar on it. I have 24 panels, 24 solar panels, no, 22, I believe. And I'm rated at about 3,000 kilowatts to stay within, that bill. But when it's hot outside, and I live in a very hot area, I'm now using more than that. I'm using about 4,500 kilowatts to 5,000 because I'm running the air conditioning continuously. So my bill now at my home, even without the solar, was still like, I don't know, $85 on a really hot day. Now it's about $90. So to charge this car at my house, everybody keeps saying, how much does it cost? How much does it cost? You got to remember, folks, you can't just put everybody in a bucket. Everybody's electricity bill is different. Not everybody has solar. Not everybody is paying 9 cents a kilowatt like I am. Some people have lower than that. Most people have higher than that. Overall, folks, this has been an amazing experience. Does not cost a lot to own this car. Does not cost a lot to keep it charged. And I would tell you guys, man, if you're in the market for fuel savings, there are a ton of people that are switching from gas cars to EVs. You don't have to get a Tesla. You can get whatever you want. You can get a Ioniq 6, a Hyundai. You can get any. There's too many cars out there that are just as good. It's just that Tesla's charging those network, while it is getting ready to open up to a lot of other OEMs, the contracts are being signed and things like that. It's still not there yet, folks. There are way more places that only allow Teslas. And that is the joy of having a Tesla. You just walk up to it, press the button on the remote, it pops open, sit down. You don't have to fumble with credit cards and all that stuff. And did it work? Like the Charging of America or whatever it's called. You just walk up to it, plug it in, and sit down and watch a movie in your car or whatever you want to do. Or you watch your man Jay, who's your favorite YouTuber, inside your car. Do it all the time. Well, there it is, folks. 1 year ownership, 2023 Model 3 rear-wheel drive with the LFP battery. This has been a phenomenal car. And let me tell you why we have not sold it, and we probably won't. It's because of depreciation. Now, before I talk about that, the LFP battery in here, the max charge on here when we first got it was 272. Now it's at 267. That's the most this car went to 100%, whether it's supercharged or just charging at home. 267 is the most it does now. So we've lost 5 miles in 1 year. That's it. So now the reason we won't get rid of it is because of depreciation. This car, if I traded into Tesla right now, we paid $38,000. And if you want to add the tax credit that we got, we paid just under $32,000, right? Tesla offers $24,000 on a trade like right now. And Carvana at one point Carvana offered 30, but I was just messing around and we weren't trying to sell it. But right now Carvana offers $27,000 for this car as it sits with the current miles, 9,300. And so that would be a bit of a loss. That would be a loss for us if we decide to just get rid of it. I know you're probably saying that's still a pretty good deal. You're only losing like $5,000 if you decide to trade it in or whatever. But still, nah, not gonna do it. This car has been through the mills. It's got a lot of new parts on it from Tesla. It's still under warranty for another 40,000 miles. 41,000 miles we still have left in warranty. And then we're gonna add the other warranty for 1,800. So there you have it. 1 year. 1 year with this great car. And then you can see there's also little things we've done. We've added like the little carbon fiber Tesla things to this one, the logo. We've added that on there. We've added the mat up on this one as well. As you can see here, this one has the white logo. And it's just been a great experience, man. No complaints. Loving version 12. I think that's a hit. And I hope you guys are enjoying your EV, whether it's a Tesla or no matter what it is. I hope you're enjoying it. So I'm going to go ahead and go home now, kick back, relax, and continue to enjoy this beautiful car. I'll see you in the next one. I love the password to get into things. Take care.